Hello and welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salam.
Yeah, the D-Day is here. The Channels International Kids Cup Lagos prelims starts today. And of course, all the matches that will be decided at the campus square will take place. And most of the schools are ready there to just start the kickoff. 9 a.m. this morning.
D-Day, it's arrived. We've talked about it for the last couple of weeks now. It's match day. Also on the show, still talking football, but on a very, very high level now, where we're talking about Lionel Messi putting a dazzling display against Liverpool yesterday to put Barcelona in control of the semi-final clash in the UEFA Champions League.
Never in doubt, two goals and a classic one at that. Also on the program is the NBA. CJ McCollum was the guy who added 200 points as the Portland Trail Blazers beat the Denver Nuggets 97-90 in Game 2. And of course, the Western Conference semi-final series is tied 1-0.
Fantastic performance coming from CJ McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. They played tremendous defense yesterday to shut down the Denver Nuggets. The series is tied 1 apiece, and that's where we're starting the show from. Just the one match played in the NBA playoffs, Western Conference semifinals. Ended 97-90 versus not very high-scoring game. You understand why. I mean, when you get to the stage of the playoffs, defense always, comes to the fore, wins you the game, and by an extension, wins you the championship as well. So, fantastic result. We'll see the confirmation of the result very soon now, Cecilia. Fantastic result there for the Portland Trail Blazers. The first game, against the Nuggets, they didn't come to the party, both defensively and offensively. Defensively especially, and they were just bullied by Nikola Jokic. This time around, they were 37 points in the first game. This time around, they were able to slow him down big time. They slowed down almost all, the Denver Nuggets roster as well too, and that's why they've been able to win this game.
Yeah, there you have it. Confirmation of the result. Portland Trail Blazers 97, Denver Nuggets 90. Series tied 1-1 in the Western Conference semi-finals. Now let's take a look at that particular game. How they were able to actually slow down the big boys who had big numbers in Game 1, but Game 2 they were not there. Nikola Jokic, you mentioned him earlier, he had 16 points and 14 rebounds. Take a look at the drop now, from 37 to 16. That was a huge drop. Jamal Murray also, another player, dropped also 15 points for Denver Nuggets. And because the Nuggets got 14 points, 11 rebounds from Paul Millsap, 11 points from Malik Beasley, and 12 points from Gary Harris. Now, but another
that's
thing
for Denver,
that's for the Denver now. Let's take a look at the Portland Trail Blazers guys, the ones who gave the big numbers. CJ McCollum, the guy.
What's the pictures from the game? Any moment from now. What's the this is the guy. CJ McCollum that you talked about. It was a star performer of the night for the Portland Trail Blazers, 20.6 rebounds and 6 assists. Let's go back to the match itself now. Shout out to CJ for putting up those numbers. Let's go back to that game itself, Cecilia. You've already talked about the Denver Nuggets. I think what the Denver Nuggets, the game plan in this particular game was to slow down
the big boys.
The big boy, Damian Lillard, because Damian scored 39 points in in Game 1, but this time around they were able to slow him down a lot, and they were so determined to put the honors on the other players to step up, and they did just that. I'm talking about Denver Nuggets players now. Ernest Cantor chipped in with 15 points. Al-Farouq Aminu chipped in with 11 points and 10 rebounds. Zach Collins 10 points as well. Rodney Hood 15 points off the bench. So on a night where Damian Lillard struggled from the field, struggled with his shot, 14 points, his teammates stepped up big time, and that's how they've been able to level the series.
And the Nuggets, for them, in the last 4 minutes of the game, they went scoreless. At the end of the day, missing all their 3-point attempts in that period.
Talk about being cold. That was a very cold shooting night for the Denver Nuggets. All is not lost. It's still 1-1 now. The series now shifts back to Portland at the Moda Center for the next 2 games. As games 3 and 4. It promises to be very exciting, and this one could go to a Game 7 as well, so I won't be surprised at all.
Looking like that. That's Friday and Saturday, Game 3 and 4.
All right, then. Let's move on with the show now. That's it for the NBA. Of course, action will continue later tonight, and we'll come back tomorrow to give you all the updates that you need to know. Let's talk about boxing now. There's a big match, big boxing bout this weekend in Las Vegas. Now, to be precise, it's going to be between Saul Canelo Alvarez and the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs. Celia, you already know the reason why it's called the Miracle Man. It's come back from cancer to become a world champion. That's the on your screen there, Daniel Jacobs, challenging Saul Canelo Alvarez for his WBA and WBC middleweight titles. And this one is going to be very explosive, Cecilia. I have no doubt about it. Of course, Canelo has to be favorites. I never bet Canelo. I never bet against Canelo at all, ever. Never going to do that. But, you know, it's boxing. Just one shot can end it all. And Daniel Jacobs carries that kind of power.
Yeah, that's it. And the pre-fight press conference that they had
final
in Las Vegas,
presser?
that's the final one before Saturday's big bout. The aim is just for them to unify that 3 middleweight world titles on Saturday. But let's listen to Daniel Jacobs, how he's looking forward to the bout.
Pero siempre, normalmente en el primer asalto cambia.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime for me, and I'm mostly excited to get in there to show the world that I am the best middleweight of my generation. I've been saying it all the while, but now I finally have an opportunity to prove it.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Miracle Man. We'll see if you're able to do it against Canelo Alvarez, but we know how difficult that will be.
Difficult.
51 fights.
Canelo Alvarez only lost once, and that was against Floyd Mayweather. I was still very young then,
Absolutely.
so Floyd took him to school. There's no doubt about it. It wasn't
There was
even
no
close.
much about it.
Exactly, yeah. Ever since then, Canelo has improved greatly, and Floyd has been, you know, dodging and doesn't want no part of Canelo at this stage of his career.
Not again, not
Yes.
again.
Just have to clarify that one. But for Alvarez, Cecilia, like I said, is the favorite going into this game. Is 151 fights. Jacobs is 135. 35
and that's
fights.
35 of the KO that you have with Canelo Alvarez.
Interesting. And interestingly, they both fought Gennady Golovkin. We saw what happened between Golovkin and Canelo. 2 bouts. First one was a draw. Second one was very close as well too. But Jacobs lost to Gennady Golovkin. I'm not trying to do any mathematics there. It doesn't really matter.
That already.
I've done it, yeah, but that's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm saying is, what fighters, they are elite fighters, and they fought with the best, and very interesting.
Well, you're saying they're evenly matched, right? Except the fact that Canelo has more fights in his belt than you have.
I wouldn't say they're evenly matched.
Already, you're saying it's more like
just shades it a bit.
Okay.
Canelo shades it a bit, definitely. So
5% higher.
We'll see how it pans out. Definitely, of course, tomorrow is the weigh-in, and you expect both fighters to comfortably make the middleweight, and it's going to go down in Las Vegas, of course, on Saturday. All right, then. Let's move on with the show now. Cecilia, let's talk about, we're still talking boxing this time around. We have a confirmation. I mean, it's been on the rise.
Of course, we already know.
Open secrets for a long time. Andy Ruiz has been revealed as Anthony Joshua's next opponent for his American debut on June the 1st. Cecilia, Andy Ruiz, I don't know. But I guess they didn't. They didn't have a choice. They were in a very tight
they were looking for
corner.
someone who is ready. I mean,
they had to get someone quickly.
Just told him, look, you won't be ready for it too. I mean, this is the next guy.
Short notice bouts can be very, very tricky. Short notice because Anthony Joshua will have to, you know, adapt his preparations.
Absolutely.
He was preparing to fight Gerald Baby, Big Baby Miller before. Now he's going to have to switch preparations and adapt it to. So the Andy Ruiz Jr. Who's Andy Ruiz Jr.? Not a lot is known about him. If you're a casual fan, but if you're a proper boxing fan, you know is a very decent fighter with very swift hands. And this is what he had to say after it was confirmed as AJ's next opponent. This is my chance to make history. I want to be one of those greats like Julius Caesars, Chavez, Michael Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis. I want to be in that category. I think this fight is going to be toe-to-toe. 2 guys smashing each other's face. I'm going in there to throw combinations like I've never done before. So it's talking tough already.
Bring your A game. That's the only way you can beat AJ.
Running scared, I know.
Yeah, running scared.
Nah.
I don't think. Just bring your A game and see how you can dethrone AJ. But I think it's a tall one for him. But it's good for him. He's a very tall order. It's good
Yeah.
for him to be talking.
He's been in a world championship fight before. That was against Joseph Parker.
Yeah.
That was for the WBO belts. Actually, it wasn't sounding beaten. It was a very close razor-thin majority decision win for Joseph Parker. And we've seen Joseph Parker get in the ring with Anthony Joshua also went the whole haul. The first person to go the full distance with AJ was Joseph Parker. So for Andy Ruiz to have gone the distance with Parker as well, so it shows he is a decent fighter. But then I just don't see how he's going to beat AJ at short notice.
That's
the key part there, short notice.
Yeah.